Hey there, I'm Breeanne from CREAMARIE, and today we're reviewing 3 commonly used at-home ice cream makers. Right here we have a KitchenAid with a freezer bowl attachment. In the middle here we have a winter compressor machine, and then right here is probably the most popular, which is a Cuisinart ice cream freezer bowl maker. So first off, the KitchenAid. This was the first ice cream maker that I have had. When it came to ice cream makers several years ago when I got this, I really didn't know what I was getting into. I had a friend who had a KitchenAid and an ice cream bowl just like this, and so I thought, oh, how convenient, I have a KitchenAid. And so for Christmas one year I asked my mother-in-law for an ice cream bowl attachment, and she was sweet enough to get that for me. And it has been so great to learn ice cream with this freezer bowl. Some positives about this is 3 things. You get a freezer bowl when you order this. You have this little handy duty attachment, and then you have a dasher on the inside. And everything just fits just so that when you turn the machine on, it goes and it's easy. With this, you put it in the freezer for 24 hours so that it gets really nice and cold when you do want to make your ice cream. And you can either leave it in your freezer always, or because it's just a bowl and it's very easy to store, you can put it in a cupboard or wherever you put your appliances. So that's really great and easy. One of the downsides of this machine is the arm of the KitchenAid. It's hard to pour things in a neat way into the machine because ice cream base gets all over the arm here. It's hard to get in here and kind of stir if you need to stir in add-ins. Obviously, there's also the downside of it is a freezer bowl, and so you only really have one use for it anytime you make your ice cream. If you were wanting to make 2 ice cream flavors in a day, well, you can't because you have to refreeze it after each use. Other than that, it's really great and handy, and it has served me so well the past years. And I will continue to use this machine. I'm gonna go over to this one, the Cuisinart. Anybody who is an amateur ice cream maker most likely has a Cuisinart machine. My mom has had one growing up. I know my in-laws have one. This one is actually a friend of mine. They were gifted it from their in-laws, so who probably have one too. It's a great machine. What I love about this is on the lid, it has this opening right here. And so you can pour all of your ingredients, your ice cream base, any add-ins, straight in from the top. There's no hindrance like there is with the KitchenAid. This also is a freezer bowl with a dasher inside. Just like the KitchenAid, you have to freeze the bowl, and you only get 1 use a day from it. Otherwise, it is a great little machine, and it fits really nicely in your pantry or in a cupboard. If you were to go with one of these 2, I would definitely recommend the Cuisinart, just because it's easier to use and it's easier to add your ingredients straight through the top versus doing a side thing like this. To make ice cream even quicker in the sense of getting more flavors a day, here is a compressor machine. And this is what it looks like here from the top. And this is a winter brand. So you have your screen, you have your power button, menu, and on the menu it has an ice cream setting, a cold setting or a cooling setting, and a mix setting. And your start and stop and your time, you can adjust your timing. This machine is great because instead of having to freeze the bowl overnight or a whole day, I can use the cool setting in here, and it can cool it from 5 to 30 minutes. And I have just cooled it for 10 minutes, but 30 might even be better. So when you put your ingredients in, you're not putting it into a room temperature bowl, but something that's cold and can start cooling your ice cream quicker. If you want to, you can mix all of the base straight into the mix itself, and it will turn it around for you. It will not make it cold, and it will not churn the ice cream. It will just mix the ingredients together. I don't care for that option because my ice cream base, I like for it to sit and come together. I like to be in control of the ingredients mixing well together. If you are using dry ingredients to your ice cream base, such as dry milk powder, salt, it doesn't mix very well. Now, cream and sugar, fine, that is easy. But with those other 3 components, it just gets stuck on the dasher and it doesn't go anywhere. For my base that I like to use, I will never mix it in here. I tried it once, wasn't a fan, and I stopped it and mixed it myself in a different bowl. And then I poured it back in. From now on, I will always do that. And any add-ins that I want, such as a strawberry reduction or a peach reduction or peanut butter or whatever your add-in is. If you really want to incorporate it into your base, I would say and recommend you do that in a different bowl before putting it in here and churning it. Don't mix it in here. The ice cream setting, all you have to do, it automatically sets to 60 minutes, which I think is too long because I want my ice cream to be denser and not full of air from overrun. You can change the time frame, which is really nice and convenient, or you can just watch the clock on here as it counts down from 60 and churns your ice cream. And then when you are finished making your first batch of ice cream, you can clean out your bowl and go straight into making another one. No freezing required, which makes this one ideal and very convenient, especially for an ice cream maker who is making ice cream and all the time and experimenting with new flavors as well. So this is my machine of choice, and I will always have my KitchenAid on hand for anything else that I need, my KitchenAid and my ice cream bowl for anything that I need. So I hope this review was helpful for you when you are looking at which options are right for you and your home kitchen and your skills as an ice cream maker. All of these machines are easy and have wonderful pros and a few cons, but all in all, they're great and they will help you make delicious ice cream.